In this video, we're going to try out the Tiny11. This is a customized and debloated version of Windows 11, and you can install this version of Windows 11 on almost any PC. There are no specific system requirements like in original Windows 11. You don't need TPM, you don't need secure boot, you don't need 8 GB of RAM. I think you can install it on even if you have like 1 GB or 2 GB of RAM. Yeah, it's a Windows 11 for low spec PC. So this Tiny11 is made by Anti-Dev at YouTube, and they have the introduction video. In his Tiny11 introduction video, I think he used a mic, but we can barely hear anything. Anti-Dev, if you're watching this, come on, next time boost your microphone's volume so we can hear what's up with the Tiny11 or whatever you're doing. Now let's try out the Tiny11. I don't have a low spec PC or laptop, so I'm gonna do this in virtual machine where I have set the 2 GB of RAM and processor only 2. Okay, so let's see how this goes. And I think I forgot to mention that the Tiny11 version of Windows 11 is only 2.9 GB, almost 3 GB only, where the original one is like 5 GB or more. So yeah, it's heavily debloated version of Windows 11. So this is the setup page. Let's go. Looks like the normal setup page. So since we are able to install this without any errors, so it looks like we don't need anything, no secure boot, TPM, or 8 GB of RAM. Yeah, you can install this on even if you have like potato PC. Okay, it looks like by default you can use a local account, so you don't necessarily need a Microsoft account, which is a good thing. Yeah, Microsoft just, don't like local accounts anymore. If you use the original Windows 11 ISO file, you'll have to use a Microsoft account. There are ways to bypass this, but still, officially you can't. Okay, it looks like we are done with the setup page. Now we're just gonna wait a little bit for it to take us to the desktop. All right, we are here. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to compare this with the original Windows 11 installation. So yeah, give me a second. All right, here we have the original Windows 11, and here we have the Tiny11, the debloated version. Let's see how much space original Windows 11 takes compared to the Tiny11 actually. So the original Windows 11 takes around 22 GB, almost 23 GB of space. Let's go with the Tiny11 and hope it will be better. Looks like it is. Okay, I'm gonna go here, and it takes only 9 GB of space, which is a lot less, almost more than a half, 60% less than compared to the original Windows 11. So yeah, you can save lots of space if you install the debloated version of Windows 11. Plus, you can install it on almost any device. Now let's see the performance. All right, so I haven't give much CPU and RAM to the Tiny11. So we have 36 background processes by default, when you do the fresh install. Let's go with the Windows 11. There are 46 background processes, not like huge difference between them, 36 and 46, 47. I mean, it's not a huge difference. You can see CPU usage in Tiny11 is like almost 5%, and RAM 50%, which means I have given this PC a 2 GB of RAM, which means it's using 1 GB already without doing anything. Now let's go with the Windows 11. In Windows 11, I have given 8 GB of RAM. It's using 35% of the CPU. I really had to use the internet for that. How much is the 35% of 8 GB? So it looks like, wow, it's a lot. Wow, it's using almost 3 GB of RAM. Wow, original Windows 11, it does take lots of RAM. Yeah, by default, 37, which means Windows 11 will almost always use 3 or 4 gigabyte of RAM in the background. Yeah, you save ton of RAM using a Tiny11. That's a good thing, yeah. Now we're gonna check on the updates. Can you update the Tiny11? In his introduction video, I did not understand anything. It looks like, I think you can update. Yeah, you can get the updates. Wow, really impressive. I actually like Tiny11. Yeah. Now, some of the questions you may have, let's answer those. The most important question that should come in your mind when you want to try these customized version of Windows 11 is that, should I install it? It's like 50% yes, 50% no. There is a little bit of trust issue. You don't know who made this. I mean, for now, we know that this guy, anti-dev at YouTube, made this. And now the question is, should I trust him or should I not? If you trust him, yes, you can just completely install it. It's going to be completely safe. If you don't trust him, it's not going to be safe. You'll always be scared that he might have put some weird stuff into the Windows and something like that. There is always a trust issue with the customized version of Windows ISO files. And I'm not trying to say that we don't trust anti-dev and the Tiny11. It's just that internet is weird place, all right? So it's really hard to gain trust. And yeah, I don't think I need to explain this further more in a trust thingy. I just have a little message for anti-dev. Brother, next time, boost your mic and try to explain what you're including, what your Tiny11 is, and what you did with it, just to gain more the trust and be confident when you introduce these things. I know you're talking in this video, but I can barely hear you. It's really low. So yeah, now it's up to you guys. As I said, it's 50-50. If you trust the maker of custom version of Windows 11 ISO file, then yeah, it's okay. There are tools to make your own lightweight version of Windows, so you can either do that or either trust the guy who made the ISO file. That's all I can say. If you ask me for a opinion, how is the Tiny11? You saw that, okay? It's actually wonderful. It's actually a lot better than the Windows 11. For real, it uses lot less RAM, lot less CPU, lot less storage. You don't need a Microsoft account for this. You don't need TPM. You don't need secure boot. So if you have a low spec PC, this is like perfect operating system for you. If you like the Windows 11. If you don't like the Windows 11, you can go for Linux, for maybe old version of Windows like 7, 8, 10. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say. 50% like there is a little bit of trust issue everywhere, so that's the only reason. Not a lot of people jump into getting and installing the custom ISO file. So that's that. But overall, this is actually good. I liked the Tiny11. Yeah, if you have a low spec PC, you should try it on your PC. Try it first and inspect it. Nobody is going to be responsible for what happens after you install these custom version of Windows 11, 10, whatever you install. So it's you take the responsibility. I know this sounds scary what I said, but as I said again, if you trust the guy who made the ISO file, custom ISO file, it's all okay. Yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or have any suggestions for me, you can always do the comment and we can have some chit chat in the comment section too. Yeah, that's it. I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself and have fun. Bye-bye.